Welcome, everybody, to a special meeting of Protective Emergency Services, September, what's the date here, 20th, at 12 p.m. We're going to call the meeting to order. Any conflicts or approval of the agenda?
Moved.
Your
And
worship?
just, I want to add something under new business for the next meeting.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, you would do it under new business?
Yep.
Okay. Any of the conflicts of interest? Declaration of conflict of interest, seeing none. Okay, reports, discussions, parking forgiveness program. I believe Michael Rush, you're taking that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The report is on page 2 of your package, and it's coming from the Economic Tourism Cultural Development team. We had a request from Downtown Charlottetown Inc. The letter is attached to support the Downtown Parking Forgiveness Program for the fall of 2024. And so just to give an overview of what that is, effectively, if someone receives a meter violation in the downtown and they've made a purchase from a downtown business of at least $35 before taxes, they can have that ticket canceled within 3 hours of the ticket's issuance. So our staff recommendation is that council supports Downtown Charlottetown Inc.'s request to implement the parking forgiveness program in the business improvement area during October and December of 2024.
Thank you for that, sir. I believe the same program, Your Worship and Deputy Mayor, we had last year, correct? Yeah. Okay. Any questions on that, Your Worship?
I do, Chair Ramsey, I just looking here through the report again. Just to clarify, through the chair to Mike Russ. Mike, it's for the months of October and December. And I think the three hour limit is, I think, from the time of the purchase and the meter violation. I don't think it requires 3 hours again, this is just a clarification, to get the ticket out to police and pay for it, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So this is a similar program offered in Halifax. I think that's what I don't know if it was in Sydney, Nova Scotia, but, or in your former municipality where you worked. But it's, as it says in the report, there's a defined area. It's the boundary, the business improvement area boundary that encompasses 16 blocks. So anything outside that is not covered on this. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's exclusive to the business improvement area. From an economic development perspective, what the intent is here is to encourage folks to shop local during a slower time of year, on the shoulder season or out of the typical tourist season in Charlottetown.
And Mr. Chair, yesterday this was passed unanimously at the Standing Committee on Economic Development, Festivals and Events. We referred the letter that is there from Don Allen, who is the Executive Director of DCI. Only 87 tickets were reported, forgiven at $10 per ticket last year. I'd like to see, and if we can just no immediacy in doing this, I didn't ask it yesterday, but I'd like to see what Halifax has forgiven in their program, because I think it would, you'd have to prorate it because it's a huger, larger municipality, just to see how effective and what kind of loss of revenue that they incurred from this program in Halifax or any other municipality. So just like to ask if we could do that, not immediately, but down the road. But I do support this, and I'll move it.
Moved by Mayor Brown, second by Deputy Mayor, that we move on to council this motion. 2-0. Thank you very much. Nothing else on the agenda? Oh, sorry, Your Worship.
Just
Crazy
under new business, I just want to bring this up. I know the chief's not here, but I had this discussion yesterday, and it's about marches, protests that we frequently or infrequently see on the city streets. And I think, Mike, my understanding is, and I don't know if you can report, but I just want to ask for more information when it comes to groups that want to walk our streets or right-of-ways, that we require a liability insurance. And I just want to find out how that may cross hairs or infringe upon the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in our Constitution, because there is a protection of free speech, there is a protection of freedom of assembly, and if we're imposing this kind of, can I say, financial restriction on groups that want to express their interests for whatever reason, political, religious, and so forth, that we should look at this in a global view. So I just want to ask if we can get some information at our next meeting for the Standing Committee of Police Protection and Emergency Services.
Yeah, between Mike and I, we'll be looking, the two departments will look into it and see where we get some information for you.
When did you say two departments? Are you
Well,
police?
you're asking Mike about it.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if it's economic development and this one here, protective services.
My
Is
understanding
it both, Mike, or just?
My understanding, it falls under protection services. And
Okay.
I know Mike's here for this issue, but if it could.
No,
be
the only
done-
reason I'm asking Mike because you were asking him the question. That's why I was wondering.
Right, because we don't have our police chief here, so.
Oh, so
he
he's the
being-
new police chief. Okay.
Along with the
Thank
CAO
you.
being part of the senior management team, that they can just vet that through their. and then-
We'll certainly check into that for you,
Thank you
Your
very much,
Worship.
Mr.
Thank you very
Chairman. You have a
much.
great day. Thank you.
Yes, a motion to adjourn. Deputy Mayor Yankoff, second by Mayor Brown. Thank you very much, everybody.